Hello, and thank you so much for dropping by this video. A very warm welcome to anyone who's new to this channel. And of course, a warm welcome to my regular viewers and subscribers. Thanks for dropping by. So, I get all kinds of questions and I love taking some time to answering them. And one of the questions I got today was, not today, but I got recently. Someone asked, how can I help someone else spiritually? It's a fantastic question because we all want to help, right? And because a huge part of life is about helping each other, being of service, contributing to life is one of the most important aspects of life. So, love the question. And um, my answer is going to revolve a lot around the idea of energy, that there is an energy all around us that's accessible that we can tune into and tap into for our to receive help for ourselves, but also to be able to help others. So first and foremost, how to receive that energy? Well, there is a prerequisite. You have to be open to the idea. If you're absolutely closed, if you're adamant, no, there's no such thing as energy. There's no such thing as the life force that can help me here in my life, then this isn't really the practice or approach for you. What is required is a certain level of openness. So, other than that, it's very simple to do. Please sit with your, and I'm going to lead you through how to take this energy in for yourself, and then also how to pass it along to other people. Please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards, back in a relaxed position. If possible, not leaning against your chair, just a relaxed upright position, and close your eyes. You could say that's the physical posture or preparation. And then opening yourself up to the idea of healing life energy. If you have a particular belief, you can say a prayer. You can just ask, saying, I want to believe. Excuse me, I want to receive. I want to receive this healing life energy and observe your body, noticing how you feel, having the intention, the will to take this energy. So we'll sit for a few minutes. We'll be in silence. Every now and then I'll come in and offer a little reminder to observe your body, to have the intention to receive, noticing what you feel. Open to the idea of healing life energy. If your mind is going every which way, you can observe your breath a little. You can repeat a prayer or a mantra to settle the mind, and the practice is to observe your body. Noticing what you feel, taking in the good, the vital life energy. Just keep coming back. Having the intention to receive this energy and take it in. So I invite people to continue tuning in, to continue observing your body, taking this energy in. I'm going to read a little and share a little. So today's topic, how to help people spiritually. So to of course there's many ways to help someone else. We're going to look at a couple different ones. So first and foremost, we need to understand what the root of all problems is. So the root of all problems from a spiritual perspective is this energy that Bruno Gröning, which this channel is dedicated to, he called it evil. And what he meant by evil is that which is harmful to life. Any thought, feeling, action, but not only thought, feeling, or action, but the root cause. He spoke of evil as an energy and actually as a being that's literally seeking to mislead people. So, the thing is if we want to help someone, we need to help them become freed from evil. Now, for example, if you see someone on the street who doesn't have any food and you give them food, that's not going to free them from evil. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do acts like such acts of kindness. It's not what I'm saying at all. And we need to get really clear fundamentally what help is. And to said another way, we need to get really clear what causes problems. Because every human being has different problems, and some more extreme than others. Some people have more problems than others. But if you want to help spiritually, on the spiritual level, there's really only one approach to helping, and that's getting the person connected to God, which is another way of saying helping the person become free from evil. So let's sit with that first and foremost. What does it mean to help on a spiritual level? Again, I'm not discounting acts of kindness. I'm not discounting, you know, I needed to borrow a screwdriver. I needed a screwdriver for something and borrowed from my neighbor. That was an act of material help, and it was very and sometimes when we're having a hard time, we receive some emotional support from a friend. That's also a beautiful kind of help. But I'm talking about fundamental cause and fundamental solution to our problems. From a spiritual point of view, there's really one cause of problems and then one cure. So please sit with all this. Don't believe me. Don't believe Bruno Gruning, the person who said this. Find out for yourself. Observing the body, noticing what you feel. Really reflecting deeply. Is it possible that all problems have one root cause? And if so, one root solution? So, how then to help? Well, Bruno Grenion, like many great teachers, pointed out that there is an energy that is available to help in every aspect of life and can actually heal. And here's a few words that he said on the topic. No matter where you go, no matter where you stand, you'll receive the healing wave everywhere. That was one of the words he used to describe this energy, the healing wave. He said, I am the sender who sends the healing wave. You are the receiver that receives the healing wave. As I am a master sender, as I am a major sender, you are a minor sender. You can share the divine power when you do Einstellen, meaning to tune in, to receive it. When you do Einstellen for it, and I'll help too. So, in order to help someone, we need to understand that we are receivers and senders of energy, just as is the person that we want to help. They have a capacity to receive energy, and we have a capacity to send it. So, one of one of the most, on a spiritual level, most potent ways we can help someone else is to tune in for them, to take in this energy and ask that this energy go to them. Here, Bruno Grenion points out that if we want to do that, that he said he'll help in the process, which I understand to mean that Like let's say I want to tune in for my friend Joe. I sit and I do the same practice, observing my body with the intention to receive. And then I ask Bruno Brenning's help to pass this energy along to my friend Joe. So let's reflect on this, that we are receivers and senders of energy. Everyone. Now Bruno Brenning points out that he calls himself a major sender. He would do energy work on 30,000 people at a time. So he was quite the major, both receiver and sender of energy. But he also points out that we are just like him in our capacity to receive it and send it. We just don't have we're not able to receive and send as high a voltage. He was able to hold on to and pass along a little bit more voltage, a lot more voltage than the average person. And we need to be really clear that minus the amount of energy we can receive and send, we're just like Bruno Bruni and other great masters in that way, in that we have that ability. So let's reflect on this, taking in the healing energy. Knowing ourselves to be receivers and senders of energy. So we can pass this energy along to others. And there's another thing we can do for others. And the beautiful thing is when we pass this energy along to others, it strengthens and helps and heals us. There's another thing we can do that's profoundly beneficial for them and for us. And that's to believe, to truly believe that every person can and will be healed. Now, it's very important to know that the timing of the healing is not in our hands. And it's very important to, you know, whenever we see someone with any kind of burden or anyone that we know, to stay solid in our knowledge that nothing is incurable and that God is the supreme physician. And I take it a step further. Bruno Gröning said, the good will prevail. To me, that means that all problems are going, everything will be healed eventually. Every problem will be solved. That's my view. Bruno Gröning never, what he said, the good will prevail. And he also said, in essence, that paradise will be restored on this planet. So most of us have the very bad habit of dwelling on what's negative in our own lives and what's in other lives. What would it be like every time we thought of, let's say my friend Joe has a problem. Let's say he, drinks too much. And this is just someone I'm making up. And then, not constantly, but every time I think of Joe, or almost every time I think, oh, he drinks too much, or oh, he should quit drinking, or da 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 da. What if every time I thought of Joe, I believed he's going to overcome that? I don't know when, and that's going to heal. To stand in that place of confidence. So let's reflect on this interesting way that we can serve others by believing for them. Ultimately, by believing for them, all we're doing is believing in God. Noticing what you feel. Now I'm going to read a little from this specific comment. Someone asked how they could help someone to focus more on Bruno or on this path. Um, it says, at first, she was open and even felt the energy through her whole body. And this is someone asking about someone that they want to help. At first, she was opened and even felt the energy through her whole body when doing Einstein, tuning in. And I must say, me and my brother asked for help to Bruno in a very urgent and specific situation once. A miracle occurred, and still she has difficulty acknowledging the path, that bridge Bruno is leading us on. When she heard my brother talk about Bruno, she saw so much light in him, and she was touched, but she is now without faith and extremely negative. She's had to go through a lot all these late years. So the thing is, and I've experienced this myself, and well, let me put it this way. Bruno Gruning said, the evil will constantly attack you. He did not mince words. Now, while our soul is and remains divine, this part of us that can receive and send, these bodies and can be harmed. And this soul that can't be harmed, but this soul can be led on a very painful journey. And Bruno points out that here on earth, in these bodies, that um, evil is alive and well and very powerful. And as I said, he said, the evil will constantly attack you. And elsewhere, he said, I have to paraphrase it, that's a direct quote, the evil will constantly attack you. Elsewhere, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, that the evil will leave nothing untried to pull you off the good path. I've experienced it myself. When I first found this teaching, I had healing after healing after healing after healing. Miracle, miracle, miracle. Saved my life, changed my life. I was the happiest man on the planet. And then the evil knew how to pull me off very skillfully. Bruno says that Satan is mighty, God is almighty. So that's my first response to, people, when Bruno Gurney was in his body, people would experience a healing, and then someone would say, oh, it won't last, or oh, that grooming is a fake, and then they would lose the healing. So that's my first response to what this person wrote. And let's sit with this for a moment, that we're up against a mighty foe. Bruno didn't say Satan is strong or Satan is, a little bit tough. He said Satan is mighty. We are in this planet, on these bodies. We are up against a mighty foe. My understanding is that it's part of our learning. Bruno said that in different ways. But let's just be very clear from the start. We and everyone is up against a very powerful foe. Let's sit with this. Let's take in the energy, the one thing that's stronger than our enemy, than what we're up against. Taking in the good, filling ourselves up. paraphrase, but Bruno Bruni said, fill yourself up with so much good that it just repels the evil. So if we want to help someone, we need to understand that they, like us, like every person on this planet, is up against a mighty foe. And hence they need the Almighty One. We all need that help to defeat evil. Now, to get a little more specific, it's not my job or anyone's job to know what path, spiritual path, is right for another person. In this situation, what I would do, I would just be very, but before I go there, and so in order to help someone, you have to be free of disturbance. We have to be free of disturbance ourselves. A woman once came to, Bruno Gröning saying, "Oh, Mr. Gröning, my son, I need to help my son. He has this serious illness." And Bruno Gröning said, "I can't use a container like you to pass the energy along. You're so agitated. You need to bring yourself into order first." So this woman came to Bruno Gröning asking for help. And in essence, what Bruno Gröning said is, look, I'll give you the energy to pass along, but I can't, but it's not going to work right now because you're in so much disorder. So if we want to help someone, we need to come to order ourselves. So let's sit with that. That doesn't mean we can't pray for them or that we can't do helpful things, but to really be able to help someone, especially to pass this energy along, we have to bring ourselves into order first. Taking in this goodness, letting it displace, dispel everything not good. To get a little more specific, it's not, of course, I want everyone in the world to be on this path. I love this path. And it's not my place to try and determine, what another person should or shouldn't do. And so in this specific situation, what I would do is I would get myself in a calm, centered place, a detached place where I'm not anxious about them, where I'm not attached to to, to their response. And I would say, hey, I'm utterly convinced the teachings of Bruno Gröning and this guy, Bruno Gröning, he can help you. he helped me. He helped in this situation. You know, when we used to talk about him, you would see all that light. I am utterly convinced he can help you. And if there's any way I can support you on that path, I'd love to tune in with you. If you'd ever love to, read some of his quotes together and reflect on them, and leave it at that. There's Spirituality is not about pressuring anyone into anything, and that's what I would do. But tune in, get your own guidance or clarity what to do. And I've presented some things that so back to the that's the specific, back to the general. What we can do for anyone, we can pass this energy along. We can believe for them. We can recognize the foe they're up against, evil that all of us are up against. Hopefully that inspires us to pray and tune in even more for them. And we can share what we know to be true, especially if you've had a healing on this path. You can go and tell someone, this is the problem I had, and this is what I did, and this is what happened. And I'd love to share this with you if you'd like to. I'd love to teach you how to receive healing energy. If you would like to talk more, I would be happy to say more and leave it at that. And leave it in God's and Bruno Gruning's hands. Very capable hands. And the thing is we don't know what that person is going, any person is going through or what any person needs to learn. Bruno Gruning pointed out that, this is a quote, the state of the world is steered by God. Only things that serve as a lesson are allowed to happen. What someone needs to learn, what their life path is, it's not for us to know. It's hard enough for us to know our own life path. So to anyone who's new, a very warm welcome. And so grateful to the people who come back to this channel. Thanks for saying hello, Gerald. God evening, God morning, and God afternoon to everyone. If you're new and you'd like more information, there's going to be a link at the bottom of this video. I don't think I posted it, but I will post it so you can get some more information. And that's my understanding how to help someone spiritually. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care. Much love.